So Overwatch revealed a new collab with Persona 5, which is my favorite game of all time. And so as the Persona 5 fan that I am, I must let you guys know my opinions, predictions, and all that sort of stuff. So let's get into the meat of it. What do I think of it? Maybe if it was like 5 years earlier, I would have probably cared a little more than I should right now, because that's when I was playing Overwatch. And on top of that, it's when I knew that collab costumes were not fucking dog shit looking. Legitimately, I don't remember seeing a single good costume for a character that has a collab costume in Overwatch. Maybe I'm wrong. I mean, I'm kind of exaggerating a little bit. It's just that I completely forgot off the top of my head which one is actually good, because I don't really care about the game anymore, and on top of that, nothing really stuck out to me, so it probably means that they were mostly bad. I think it was for Tracer or Juno. I forgot which one, but I knew one of them has a good one. So that's really my thoughts. I am not really looking forward to it because I know that collaboration costumes in Overwatch don't look all that great. They always look really fucking weird. I'm hoping that's not the case this time. Hopefully Atlas keeps a closer eye on the whole project, because I don't want it to look bad. I don't want to see like meme images of these heroes in Persona 5 costumes because they just look terrible. I'm pretty sure that's gonna happen though, but I'm not ready for it. And so let's get into my predictions, or more so, I guess, wish list of which character I hope gets a skin for Persona 5 and which Phantom Thief would fit which hero the most, you know? So usually when it comes to collabs, they put in like 4 characters. I don't know how Overwatch works. I'm not exactly sure. Okay, so from what it seems, it really depends. Sometimes it's 4 characters, sometimes it's up to 6 with Avatar from what I saw. So yeah, it's kind of hard to tell how many skins we're gonna get into the game. But if I were to pick only 4, Joker is a must, obviously. Panther, Skull, and Mona. That's like the main 4. They've always been in collabs most of the time. But if they were to go with the most popular characters, the one that, you know, people love, it would be Joker, Queen, Crow, and Violet. Either of these 2 selections are like the most important ones. So I'm sorry to Yusuke, to Futaba, to Haru. I mean, you guys are cool. I love you guys, but the other guys are kind of, you know, like they're the main guys. So I guess we'll start off from the top. Who could be Joker? Well, I am looking at the entire Overwatch roster right here, but the only characters that I can think of that would fit Joker in this game really is no one. Holy fucking shit. I guess Tracer? In terms of abilities, Tracer would fit Joker the most, I feel, because she's supposed to be quick. She can dash around, that's what Joker does. She just goes right into the opponent's face and just fucks him up, you know, that sort of stuff. So I'm like, yeah, Tracer would work in terms of abilities, but that's really about it. I guess the thing that would be the most bothersome is the fact that it's Joker on a girl character. So I guess if we had to stick with a guy, there's only 2 options, and it's Cassidy and Soldier 76. Soldier 76, I'm only choosing him because when I think of Overwatch, sure, I think of Tracer, but I also think of Soldier 76. But like, he is the main character to try, kind of like how Kirby would be the main character in Smash Ultimate. He's the easiest one to play, to get used to the controls, things like that. That's what I mean by that. And for Cassidy, the reason as to why is because he has a gun, and that's really it. And the ultimate would work perfectly for these 2 because it all has to do with like vision. When it comes to Soldier 76, he could probably wear the Joker mask during his ultimate, or just have it ripped off, because that's mainly how you summon your persona, become more powerful. I feel like that would work a lot for Soldier 76. So for our next character, it would have to be Morgana. So when it comes to Morgana, it's a cat. So there's not really a cat character in this game as far as I know. Oh my god. I guess technically Kiriko kind of has like a mask, and it could be the Morgana mask instead. but that would be so fucking stupid. And I mean, Morgana kind of like uses wind as well, and it kind of works with Kiriko's ultimate. Oh my fucking god, I hate the fact that it works so well. But outside of Kiriko, we do have Hamster Hammond. There we go. I mean, Hammond would be cool, but his skills don't really just scream Morgana. It's just the fucking ball that goes around the fucking place. I mean, you could probably replace the mines with like treasure-looking thingies. Kind of like jewels or hearts, maybe. I mean, that could work, but the abilities don't scream Morgana to me. And our next character is a huge no-brainer, in my opinion. That's for Skull. It has to be Reaper. There is no one else in this game that screams Ryuji more than Reaper. He has shotguns, and that's it. I mean, Reaper is all about like being in your face, which is also what Ryuji does. He has the skull kind of mask looking thingy, and on top of that, shotguns, obviously, like I said. And yeah, I would think Reaper would be the best bet for Ryuji. And next is Panther, and I think it's gonna have to be Widowmaker, because Widowmaker fits the whole On aesthetic. Her outfit is also kind of reminiscent to Panther's, pretty similar-ish. And as far as I remember, there is only one character that uses like fire and, you know, that sort of thing. And that's Torbjorn. I mean, honestly, I wouldn't mind seeing Torbjorn in like a Panther outfit. That would be kind of hot. I am half joking, by the way. If Torbjorn actually gets a Panther outfit, I would be buying that shit like on 5 different fucking accounts. I am not joking. And another one is Mercy, because On is a healer, but that's not what her character is best at. She deals a ton of damage, but whatever, I guess it's not about gameplay accuracy, it's about fucking, I don't know, just looking cool or whatever. And so for the other 3 that I mentioned, which is Crow, Queen, and Violet. So for Queen... You are not ready for this one. You know, there's only one character in all of Overwatch that really punches shit, you know? And that's Doomfist. Now, I mean, it would be really funny to see Doomfist in a Queen outfit, but I don't think the world is ready for that. Like, other than that, I guess you could probably use like Brigitte or probably Junker Queen, because Brigitte... the thing about her is that she can heal. That's also a thing that Makoto does. She gives shields as well. So it kind of fits the whole like Queen skills and all that. And Junker Queen, it's mainly due to like aesthetic. Makoto kind of has this outfit that's kind of based off Fist of the North Star, which happens in a kind of wasteland kind of thing. I don't know all too much about Fist of the North Star, but I do know that it's in a wasteland, and Junker Queen is Queen of the Wasteland, I think. And there's literally the word Queen in her name. I think she'd be the most likely, honestly. For Crow or Akechi, so it would probably be kind of a space theme kind of thing, because his gun is kind of a ray laser shooting kind of thing. He's got a laser sword. Ah, God. This one is hard as fuck. Torbjorn! Yes! Yes, Torbjorn! Right now, I'm kind of grasping at straws. I don't really know. Zenyatta again. I don't fucking know, man. Akechi is really hard, honestly. And lastly, for Violet, Widowmaker would fit again because she dances. I know she does some ballet, which could also work for Haru. Oh, I guess Ashe. Yeah, Ashe would have to be the best bet for Kasumi. And I think that's really it. Ashe has probably the closest to the same weapon as Kasumi does. So I guess that's what will be Kasumi. And so here is the definitive list that I made up to give a skin to one character specifically. Here we go. So Joker would have to be Soldier 76. Joker does a lot of things in his games because he has access to multiple personas. Soldier 76 is kind of the same deal in that sense. Like, he shoots, he has missiles, he has a healing pack, he can basically do a little bit of everything, and on top of that, he has a mask that he can probably remove for his ultimate. So I think that would make a lot of sense in that regard. For Morgana, like, legitimately, my heart says Hammond, but I know that there's also a possibility of Kiriko, because Kiriko has access to kind of wind thingies. She can also heal, and her kunais just deal a ton of damage when you land them as a critical hit. And Morgana kind of does the same thing in that sense. So technically, in terms of skills, right, Morgana would be best with Kiriko. And I wouldn't necessarily mind it all that much because Morgana was originally supposed to be a girl, but then they changed it last second, and for some reason, he's a dude now. So, I don't know. But if we had to stick with animals, Hammond would be the best one for Morgana. After that would be Ryuji with Reaper. I think it would make a lot of sense. Reaper has a skull mask, he fires with shotguns, he's all up in your face just like Ryuji. It's perfect in that sense. On would have to be Widowmaker because she is a femme fatale kind of archetype for a character. She also has that whole sexy aesthetic that Widowmaker has, so there you go. For Yusuke, Genji because he uses swords. There's really no other option. Makoto would have to be Junker Queen. There's the literal name Queen in Junker Queen, so it would make a ton of sense. On top of that, she lives in a wasteland, which is a reference to Fist of the North Star. So there we go, lots of similarities, you know what I'm trying to say. For Haru, it would have to be Juno, mainly because of the voice acting, and they also share the same kind of color, which is purple. Juno's is on her hair. There you go. For Akechi, it would have to be Cassidy because I have no other fucking clue as to who he could be. Cassidy uses a revolver. Akechi uses somewhat of a revolver as well. He's really hard to find a good character for, but if I had to pick one, it would probably be Cassidy. For Kasumi, it would have to be Ash because of her weapon. I legit have no idea what else she could be, so it's gotta be Ash. And Futaba, between D.Va and Sombra, the one that is perfect is D.Va, now that I think some more about it, because she's a gamer. She doesn't really fight back all that much. So if I had to pick one, it would probably be D.Va. And so there you go. Those are my thoughts, my predictions, what I think would work best for the Persona 5 collaboration. I will put up a reaction as soon as the trailer drops, so if you want to see how I feel about it, make sure to subscribe. You can also watch a ton of other videos on this channel, but my main channel has the better content, even though it's kind of dormant at the moment. But yeah, I hope that the characters turn out great. I know it's kind of a lot, but let's hope they do, okay? And with that, bye-bye.